Hello there, and welcome to Thank the Maker, a podcast about heroes, princesses, scoundrels, hokey religions, ancient weapons, and all things Star Wars. I'm Adam Russell.
I'm Nick. Gambarian. Still.
Hey guys, it's Mike Forcer, and we're talking Ahsoka tonight. I can't wait to do this with both of you.
We are?
What's up? Yeah.
Ahsoka. Yep, we're a week away. We're a week away from the premiere of the show that I would say, for me, is like right on the level with Obi-Wan Kenobi in terms of anticipation. What about you guys?
Wow. I've openly been discussing that I'm having a hard time managing my expectations, because I feel like on this show I'm Mr. Watch your expectations. Expectations are a bitch. I'm having a really hard time. I'm so pumped, and I'm just going to say this right at the top of the show. I'm going to the premiere tomorrow at Disneyland, so I'm seeing both of the first episodes.
What?
Tomorrow.
What?
You planned on dropping this news on us on live?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
So, Ash Crossan, Star Wars.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, friend of me, friend of everyone, Mosh Isley goer.
Yeah.
Just all around great person. Since all the striking is happening, she doesn't have her gig at Entertainment Tonight, but she still got invited to what Disney is doing, fan events instead of a premiere. So there's 5 of them. There's one in Hollywood. There's one at Disneyland, I believe Disney World, San Francisco, and one other, I assume New York. But yeah,
they left
really
Michigan
excited.
off again. Dang, I must have been.
It always happens.
The
Yeah,
6th one was Marquette. It wasn't even
God,
Detroit, it was
and I
Marquette.
must have, my invitation must have got lost in the mail again. Well, it's because it comes
Yeah,
on carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't make it up here. So honestly,
No,
that
the
tracks.
dog sled dropped it on the trail on the way up
That's
there.
true. That's
what
true. And these things happen, right? You don't get medicine, you don't get your invitation to see Ahsoka. So I get that. I really do. Okay, so that's at Disneyland. Where
Disneyland, Tomorrowland Theater.
Dang.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So
do you know anything about like who else is in attendance? Like what level this kind of thing is?
I'm going to assume nobody. I think that's part of the strike.
it's
I don't
just
think
you.
anyone's-
It's just you and Ash.
Me and Ash.
Yeah.
Private screening.
Right. Get the whole room.
I'm gonna assume there will be characters there, because they also did that for was it Haunted Mansion? They did like a fan event thing, and they just kind of had cosplayers, and then that went into this whole like you shouldn't be cosplaying at a strike event, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna assume there will be Disney employees there who are official like cast members dressed
Right.
up as characters.
Okay.
Dude, speaking
So-
of actor appearances or character appearances at places, nothing in the world is cooler than what I saw the other day. Someone who was on the picket line with Adam Scott. Did you see this, Nick? Anyone?
I don't think so.
Lil Sebastian himself
Oh, I did see. Yeah, that was great.
was on the
That
picket
awesome.
line.
Yeah.
That's great.
Dude.
And it's great to know that Lil Sebastian actually isn't dead, because that was my
Yeah.
biggest thing. I was like, wait a minute,
Somehow
I
Lil
thought,
Sebastian returned.
Oh,
The,
what
the
a
same time alive as like Yoda.
Right. Yeah.
Many horses.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's incredible. So that's pretty. I mean, it's. I think it's cool. I think, of course, we have a lot of friends who have been on this podcast that are actors. They are SAG. They are SAG-AFTRA, and we have people who have been on this show that have been writers. So I think that obviously there's been so much communication about what's considered a struck event. Obviously, at this point, the studios are kind of
Being dicks.
I'm trying to be super cool here with everyone.
It's not
but
cool, bro.
but
Nothing about it's cool. Just
You're-
speak
you're-
your mind.
You're absolutely right. But I think what we are seeing is that Star Wars is created by fans of Star Wars, and I think the people who are acting in it deserve their work to be seen. I think obviously we're going to see the late Ray Stevenson in this. It would be to not honor what the work that went into it, I think is almost at the same time equally as frustrating. The promotional thing is fine. Like Nick, honestly, I said I was like, dude, if I would go 100%. To more so support and let people know that like this was made by writers, this was made by actors, this was sure paid for by a studio, but at the end of the day, like the work that makes it amazing is by the talent that is currently saying we're asking for a better cut of this. And honestly, it's on a streaming service. It makes sense. So certainly not what this episode needs to be about, but certainly enough for people and friends of our podcast who do the work. Quite literally do the work. We look forward to supporting you and supporting the work that you've done, because I think it's going to truly might be one of my most anticipated shows since Mandalorian season 1. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
I feel like I have a million things to say. I'm just going to say it this way. I don't trust any executive or whatever. If we all just didn't watch Ahsoka and ratings were terrible, I don't think that they're smart enough to be like, oh, that's because everyone was striking. People, They would be like, no, season 2, no one watched it.
They'd be like, people don't like Ahsoka.
Ridiculous things are right now.
Yeah.
So
and
watch
that is equally a conversation that needs to be had too. So, speaking of which, well, hey, before we do that, I'll say 2 things, and then Nick, you have a thing to do. One, first time podcasting sleeveless.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Hey, look at that shirt. Let me take a look at that art.
Mike made this artwork right here.
Wow, look at that.
Quite nice.
That's really something.
And the reason I'm wearing it is because it was the only non-black shirt that I had accessible, because I'm in the Poconos again at my friend's place.
Right.
And this setup
They
just
would
happened to
lose
be
you
pitch
at
black.
night
Yeah, I'd just be
because of the
just
shirt.
ahead here.
Right.
And I couldn't get in my my suitcase under the bus in the bay in time. That would have taken me 15 minutes. Why?
Why
Because
are
I have a
you-
broken foot.
Show us the foot.
No free foot pics.
Oh.
It looks like...
Let the Discord decide if you want to see his foot. Please, in the comments, go ahead and say, let's see Adam's foot. It's very gross.
I'll send you
Bruised
guys
and
the
stuff.
picture that I took of it the other day. It looks like Billy from Hocus Pocus's foot. Like, it looks so dead.
Shout out to
and like
shout out to
pale
Jug
and purple.
Jones.
I mean,
Another
dude,
SAG after.
yeah, it's
That's
really not great.
Has anyone mentioned that SAG-AFTRA is absolutely a Star Wars name? That could be a character.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it isn't SAG-AFTRA.
Eloatzi's gunner. Yeah, for sure.
SAG-AFTRA. Anakin spoke highly of you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. It's great
So,
to
yeah,
see
broke,
you guys.
Broke
I
my
miss
foot
you.
on stage. It's great to see you too, dude.
Mostly
foot-
just because you're old, right? Like that's I blame
yeah.
my injuries too.
I landed and dust just blew out the side of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So first broken bone of my life. Could have been worse, but it was directly halfway through the biggest show we've ever played in our hometown.
Of course.
For
Naturally.
this show right here with Yellow Card, this awesome show, and it was in a song that we don't play much, so I don't have that like muscle memory of okay, here comes a jump, get ready for it, and like just the split second preparation that you need to like get your timing and land, in a way that doesn't break your foot.
on your
I just
feet.
didn't have that. I was like, oh shit, here comes course, I should jump, and bam, just crumbled. I just crumbled to the ground.
Cripes.
And then just played it off like, oh, it hurts, but I should keep rocking, and just kept drinking more Jameson to kind of dull the pain.
Right.
And the next
Poured
day,
some on your foot.
yeah, the
Next
next
day
day
you're
it
like-
felt like I had a baseball, like a potato inside my foot. It was just so
Something not
so
right.
swollen. Went to urgent care on the day off, and lo and behold, broken, and not just like hairline fractured, which I thought maybe was the case.
Yeah, his toe is gone, you guys. I hope you guys know this. His toe is in that concert on the lawn somewhere. It's
I
horrible.
need a new toe with nail polish.
Logan Foy says you could have Thundercat mod your foot, but why don't you just have Thundercat fill in on base?
Or
That's what I would
that.
on the
even
table.
better.
That's on
Yeah.
the table.
All options on the table.
The modifiers. And you announced Story of the Year. This is exciting. Story of the Year going back on tour to promote Page Avenue, 20 years of Page Avenue.
Yeah, very exciting for everyone in attendance. Way too long of a tour for me,
Let's
but it'll be really cool.
Let's go. And it's nice. It ends right before Thanksgiving, so you can go and get your October out and then
Yep.
pick it back up after the new year. I love that.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be really good. So, yeah. Go check that out if you care about that. Nick.
Yeah.
You want to show us some new garments before we get fully started in this Ahsoka thing here?
I'm so excited.
All right, you
I
gotta
love
go
when
fast
it's
because I'm
Roosevelt's Day.
jealous.
Roosevelt's
It
Day
is
is my
Roosevelt's
favorite
Day.
day. So this is all the latest drop, which is kind of a couple of other Star Wars entities, and then I laid them out so it leads into the Ahsoka stuff. So this one's called A Certain Point of View. It's kind of like an anime-looking guy. I'll bring it a little closer here. Is that blurry or not?
Ooh,
No, that's
yeah,
great.
I want it.
That looks great.
Yeah, I want it. Mm-hmm.
Big
Very,
fan.
very rad.
So
This
this
one-
collection just dropped yesterday, right?
Yesterday, yeah.
Okay,
This
sweet.
one is called The Twins, and it is from the Twins episode of Visions. So you got this.
Oh, this was like.
Oh,
This was
nice.
the heavy. This was the double Star Destroyer episode.
Sure was. Then
two
you
Star
have kind
Destroyers
of
at
just
the same
more of the
time.
fun one, which I believe it is. Yep, it's just called Pew Pew. So
Let's
can
take
see
a look
why.
there. Yep. I
Oh,
love
that
it.
one's dope, dude. That's like a daily wear that you can get away with not
Yep.
looking totally Star Wars from a distance.
absolutely.
So that one is very similar to the Ewok. Looks like the same illustrator, the Ewoks
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
definitely.
I like it. Yeah.
This one might be tough for me to show because it's like a full ass print. But it's
Full
called You're
ass
in the
print.
Clear, Kid.
I don't see any ass on there, so I guess
Full ass print. Like,
there's
So
the
it's not
X-wing on the
shorts.
bottom. Oh man, that is
Yeah.
pretty abstract. I like that.
It's very abstract. I'll try to get it closer here.
Yeah, let's see here. All right, I like the. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That
It's
looks like a
wild.
shirt that you could paint in because it's already been painted.
It looks like 80s like dentist office art.
Ooh,
where you're like,
yeah.
oh, that's a Star Wars. Sick. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get into Mandoverse.
Okay. here we go.
Roosevelt's love making these ropers, which are very cool.
Oh yeah.
We got a Night Owl's
got that
Bo-Katan one, finally.
Yep, I got
Yeehaw.
Printed, all embroidered on the back.
that one's crispy. I love the ropers. Can't get enough.
Quite nice.
Yeehaw.
Okay. And then we're getting into straight up Ahsoka territory.
All right, let's take a look here.
This one is called Tenacious Togruta. And this is, I've seen this
Yeah.
artwork before. I'm not 100% sure who has made this artwork. I believe they,
Oh, dude.
commission
I hope
it
Ryan
from
Key doesn't
someone.
see this.
yeah.
That's
so
that's got spoiler on it. Look
this
at that.
is a spoilery, awesome,
Ooh, I like it.
all over print.
I do like it.
Possibly
I'd wear
wearing that tomorrow to the premiere. Then this one's been all over the internet. You guys got it, I believe, at San Diego Comic-Con.
This is a
Just a-
classic. It's
Nice.
a jam.
Real awesome. Everyone was wearing it that weekend. Just
Right.
full on.
So they didn't make shorts of that.
Man, that would have been cool. And this I've seen.
We know some people.
This I saw months ago. I got
on.
this.
It's a calico.
John from Roosevelt is like, what do you think about this design? And I'm like,
I want
love
it.
it.
I want it on my body.
So
Put it on, Nick.
I'm putting it on after. So this is
Oh,
just-
dude.
This is also reversible.
Stop
to be more
it.
of a Seventh Fleet kind of. I don't want to like fully reverse it, but I believe there's sleeve prints on the inside.
I'm in, dude. Look at this. You got the.
So good.
Let's get in on this action. Okay, we got.
Oh yeah, there
Thrawn
you go.
symbol
is there a
on the
sleeve
shoulder.
print? Am I crazy or
Yeah.
no?
No, there is a sleeve print.
Where are you sure?
Come on.
Dude,
And
Dude,
then
I
we've
can't wait
also
to get
got
home.
the Chimera right here, dude.
Yep. I'm seeing that.
You gonna put it on, Nick? What color do you want? What color do you
I'm
wanna wear?
going white. Okay, so
are?
here's a cool thing that they did here. So Thrawn's insignia is actually Velcro,
Whoa.
and when you buy it, it comes with. If you don't want to rock Thrawn's insignia, it just comes
Nice.
with another Velcro Star Wars patch. So
Nice. And if you got it at San Diego Comic-Con, that patch was in yellow.
oh,
Oh, the Star Wars logo
Exclusives.
yellow. Interesting.
Yep.
this is going on right
We've
now,
never seen that before.
and I'm not taking it off.
Dude, you look good.
This is very-
Extra
I'm-
swishy audio tonight.
Yeah.
Swish Daddy.
There you go.
Okay.
I actually look like I'm between this captain's hat and now I'm in the fleet. I'm good.
Like I should salute you.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk Star Wars.
I'd like to see you on the brig.
All right.
That is nice. All right.
All right. Thanks, dude. Thanks to Roosevelt, as usual, for sending us all this awesome stuff. If you want to, you know this because you hear the commercials. You hear the ads in this thing.
Ding,
if you want to get 20% off your
ding.
first order, yeah, welcome to Watto's, his shop. Promo code Thank the Maker, right? All caps?
Yep.
No spaces? 20% off your first order. Well
Yep.
worth it.
Well worth it. And, you know, I'll say this and I'll say this to the end of time. I don't Thank the Maker's not ever going to work with anyone. I mean, Bayside, Story of the Year, like all of us, we work with people who we like. And if you're wondering at all a relationship that we have with Roosevelt, I mean, it all has started very organically at last year's Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and they're the best people, and we have such a good time hanging with them and just being involved in their creative process. They help us out with the podcast. They all came to Mosh Isley and had a great time, and have
they're
spoke very
fans.
highly of it. So
Like they're fans of Star Wars and the nittiest
Yeah.
of gritty stuff. It's like
Yeah.
super refreshing to see.
And the
that someone's
company in
not-
general has like 30 employees. It's not some giant, conglomerate something. It's
Right.
like an independently owned startup. So can't speak highly enough of what they do. And then the people behind the scenes there are just top-notch people.
Good
Love you
peoples.
guys.
Thank you guys very much. All right, let's talk bingo. We're going to play bingo. We're not going to play bingo. We're going to prep bingo for
Right.
Ahsoka. This is all about predictions. We're breaking our fake tradition of not talking, not speculating once again. And we've seen like a few accounts do this. I know Jedi's Knowledge on Instagram, formerly Madman's Knowledge, who did the extended cut of Revenge of the Sith, has added all the Clone Wars stuff. He does this. He did it. He's done it for the past few shows. I feel like Star Wars Explained is maybe doing it. There's like a few different accounts who are doing it. We thought it'd be a fun idea to kind of just like talk through some predictions that we might have or things we want to see. There are like different approaches you can take to this and build out a bingo card. So then week after week, as the show airs, we can check off hopefully boxes on there. And if somebody hits bingo, we yell bingo, and grandma gets all excited.
Larry David yelling bingo is a highly used GIF on my end. So I'm very excited to use that.
I wish you luck and hope that you get to use it.
That also rivals Jeff Goldblum GIF going bingo to that. Two big bingos. I go back and forth with the Discord's getting.
They're getting wild. Oh, Discord also. We talked about this, but we didn't do it. Feel free to like as a group build a bingo card as well and just send it to us.
They're too
and
good.
then we'll
They're
yeah,
always
don't beat
very
us.
good.
That's the one rule. You're not allowed to win.
Right.
Make your bingo card, and we'll check that every week as well. So
Don't
play along
cheat
at
like
home,
in the draft.
as they say. Yeah. No, we got owned in the draft. All right, so I made spreadsheets because I figured that was the easiest way to do this, and made 3 of them. So we'll each make our own bingo card. And I'm personally like not at all concerned about overlap. Like I feel
Yeah.
like if any one of us has a cool idea, we could just be like, "Oh, that's great! I'll put that on mine." Because it's whatever. I feel like we should rotate and we should kind of talk through it. Just like take turns putting things on the card, maybe. As to
How many
not
spots do we get? That's my first question.
so a standard bingo card is 5 by 5, and then you get the
25
free space in the
spots.
middle.
Oh, 24 spots.
So
Okay.
24,
Wow.
yeah.
Dude, Nick, this thing is hot. If it gets
Oh,
swishy,
you're hot?
you're
So I only
hot.
have 13
You're very hot.
chosen. Okay, wait. I could split this one. Okay, I'm talking to myself.
I have
into
a lot.
microphone that's live right now.
Do I have? Yeah, I might have 25 here. Okay. Some of these I feel like are obvious. Some of them are more obscure. Nick, you were saying you're kind of taking the what you want to see approach.
A little bit. I mean, I definitely.
Fair.
I mean, yeah, it's not what I expect to see is not fun, because I kind of have like not creative blinders on, but I feel like what are they really going to do? There's wild shit on here for sure.
Sure. Okay. I like it.
Mike, what's your approach? How are you thinking about this?
I mean, we know that it's Dave Filoni. We know that there are certain limitations. Like, I'm thinking about this today, and I'm like, oh man, we're gonna see a flashback with Mother Talzin, and I'm like, okay, are they gonna go? We know that there's a couple actors who have been cast as Ahsoka, younger versions. Like, we're getting flashbacks, so like, I'm thinking in this realm of like, who are the most important people in her story, and probably not Mother Talzin, but probably, I'll say it during bingo. So I'm kind of approaching it from like equally who I want to see and also who I think would make sense to remind a general audience who hasn't watched seasons of animation that would what are the most important stories of her character development that the general public is going to need to see. So a little bit of that's kind of my strategy. So I'm saying a little bit of Nick, a little bit of my own. Let's give it a go. Let's try it. Let's see.
How do you want to, if we're picking 25 things each, that's a lot. How do you want to do like 5 at a time just to move it along?
Honestly,
we'll do 5
like,
rounds.
As long as no one gets way ahead of anyone else, I don't think we even need to like keep a strict rotation because I think there are going to be plenty of times where one of us goes, "Oh, that's great. I'm putting that on too." You know,
like it.
and we kind of just make our way through it. I think the most fun is going to be us discussing the possibilities and just getting excited.
Okay. Good. I have some spots that you guys could pop into.
Word. Okay. So I'm going to do the screen share thing. I was hoping I could just do a portion and it wouldn't look like I'm using Apple numbers on my Mac here, but I am. I don't know how to work this Stream Deck thing all that well. So we're on StreamYard. I don't even know what it's called. So here it is.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
And will you send a graphic that we could fill out for social meds?
Yeah,
No,
I'll make
Nick
a
will
version
just
of
do
this.
Nick will just type it in, or Adam will just type it all in. Okay, so you're first, Adam, because you made it and you did all this work, and we're very grateful for you. Let's take a look here.
I'm gonna just swing for the fences right out of the gate.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Luke Skywalker appears.
That's on mine.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Actually, you know what's not on mine specifically is Luke Skywalker. Does it count as the same thing if I just say Jedi Academy? When I wrote down Jedi Academy, clearly I meant
go to the
Luke
let's go to the
Skywalker.
Discord. Let's go to the Discord. Let's go to YouTube and see, is Jedi Academy and Luke Skywalker the same thing? Let people respond. Write me out.
I mean,
Wait,
yes
I also
and no.
have another question, Adam.
Yeah.
This is your bingo card specifically, or are we making one together?
We're each making our own. So this
Okay,
is mine.
good.
I'm putting this on mine.
Okay.
You got it. All right, Nick, you're up next.
I'm gonna go wild. When I've been rewatching Rebels in bed, and when I do that, I'm usually smoking devil's lettuce. So brain goes crazy places.
All
and
right, so
my
will
first
Spice
one
show
was
up? Okay.
how crazy would it be as a cameo if Ashley Eckstein is in the show?
Oh, as a cameo.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like this.
Right?
Okay.
That's high Nick brain
I
right there.
okay. Dude, you know what would be the sickest thing?
Yeah, me just talking to
surprised you
Finn and
didn't
he's
text.
sleeping.
I'm surprised.
Well, I was waiting for
surprised-
this.
Yeah, right. 3 a.m, you're like, wait, shit, dude. Oh my god.
So I'm gonna
So,
say
like, not
Ashley
as
Eckstein face
Ahsoka.
cameo.
Yeah, like
I'm-
that was her,
I'm
that
gonna
sort of thing.
say, man, dude, I think I want to add that one to mine too, but I'm not gonna add it right now. Okay.
How fun is that?
All right.
That's great. I love
I'm
it.
gonna go with Leia up here. Sometimes you got to go ahead and just, if you got a penalty shot, and the goalie's gone, just put it in the net, okay? Captain Rex is,
Okay.
we're going to see Captain Rex. We're going to see Temuera Morrison as Captain Rex.
Did you do the math about how old he would be?
I don't think it really matters. I think we're just
No,
gonna, that's
but
a Star Wars problem.
I thought about this again, devil's lettuce. I'm like, if he's like, because of, they age twice as fast, right?
Right.
So in Rebels,
Yes.
he's 50-something. So another 10 years is passing at least. So he's going to be like 70-something, but whatever.
Well,
Here's the question, and I don't know if this has been addressed in canon or not. Does removing the inhibitor chip slow down the pace of their
Who knows?
advanced aging?
Yeah, who knows?
well, I have a feeling.
Like that's an easy fix, I think.
I have a feeling Bad Batch season 3 might explain that.
Great call.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So apparently, our Discord is saying what, Nick? They are cool with that.
They ignored that question.
Oh, I'm looking at
All
YouTube
right.
and going.
Screw us.
It counts. That's what they said. It
They
counts.
did not. NATO Potato said yes, the same thing, but as far as I could read, that's the only person that responded to that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I have that one on my list too. That's an easy one, but I won't do that now because that's boring.
Yep.
So wait, is Jedi Academy on mine?
Yep.
I would like it to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll throw that in next year. While we're on the subject of Rex, I'll say Rex and Cody meet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I have another Rex
interesting.
one. I have another Rex
Nick,
one.
how
actually.
much of the devil's lettuce were you smoking, man?
It's
Enough? Just enough?
yeah, just the right amount.
Meet is meet the right word? Reunite. How about that? I'll say that.
Sure, let's do that. Sorry, I tried to kill you, Rex.
Okay. Nick, what do you want to?
My Captain Rex thing was an assumption that he's there and he references being in the Battle of Endor.
Oh. Okay. So that's a 1-2. Those aren't separate items. That's a double, essentially.
I mean, if we need 25 spots, I could do a Captain Rex box and then a Captain Rex specifically referencing Endor, Battle of Endor.
Okay. Captain Rex appears. Captain Rex references
What?
Battle of Endor.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you, autocorrect, for knowing Endor. Nick, what was the other one you wanted to put on there? You're going to get ahead of us a little bit here, but
Jedi
One-
Academy, Luke Skywalker, right?
yes. Jedi.
Well, you could just put Jedi Academy, but that. Yeah. Okay. No, they actually could be two separate things.
Jedi Academy shown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might do a
Let's
couple.
see. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. First of all, I definitely think we're getting Vader. Not just Anakin, because we saw Anakin in the trailer. I know that was from a different show, but I actually think we're going to see Vader as Vader. So let's add.
Vader in Vader suit.
Sure.
Okay.
I think we're going to see that. I also think we're going to bring Night Sisters into live action because we saw the Green Flame in the trailer. We're going to see some Night Sisters. We're going to learn about that.
And then they get their own series.
Oh, dude.
God, I can't believe this. And then I think I wanted to also add. I mean, Luke Skywalker in the show. I'm in. So go ahead and add that. And then I'll sit out for. Well, no, I won't. But
Okay.
I like my crazy ones. My crazy ones are so much fun.
Let's see. So I'm on board with the Night Sisters thing as well, and this is. I don't want to say this is confirmed, but something close to it is confirmed. Morgan Elsbeth being a Night Sister. She is playing with the magics. She's got the green flame, like you mentioned,
Right.
Mike. So I will say that is a little bit presumptuous to like go that far. So that is a prediction to say that she's a Night Sister. She's not just messing with the magic.
Okay.
So I'll say Morgan Elsbeth is a Night Sister. And I'll go ahead and throw in the Captain Rex one as well as a separate one. And that puts us pretty much, 4, 4, and 4.
Sweet.
So I'll do one more. Let's see, what's fun to mention right now? Okay. Kanan
Oh, I like it.
appears.
Is it Freddie Prinze? Is it Freddie Prinze?
I'm going to say as Force, Ghost, or Voice. One of the two.
Okay.
Nick.
I'm gonna go with this is more of a something I could see as a big twist, which would also bring us potentially a villain and just something really cool. The wording I'm going to use, because I don't know how it would go down, is a compromised Ezra Bridger.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
I like it.
He's
He's
been away for a while, at least a decade with Thrawn. Who knows what
Right.
could have happened? It doesn't. In my head, if I think about it, it seems more brainwashy than I'm a bad guy now. But a compromised Ezra Bridger.
So I'm going to put that in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mike. Give us something.
I'm gonna say, let's see. I'm gonna say we see Zeb be Zeb is part of the crew. Zeb was not his cameo in Mando was not just a one-off. I think Zeb is part of the crew.
Not just cameo.
Yep.
There we go. Okay.
I'm also gonna go. Let me give one more layup here. Right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna also say, oh man, no, I don't want to say that yet. No, I'm gonna say that yet. I'm waiting.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. This is along the lines of Nick, your Ashley cameo idea. I'm gonna say Ashley does voiceover for a young version of Ahsoka in a flashback.
Ooh. I like it.
Voices young Ahsoka.
You could put that on. I had just young Ahsoka in general. You could copy and paste that on mine. I'll take that.
Okay. Oh wait, I put that on Mike's. Oops.
Mike.
Put that on Nick's as well. Mike, how about you?
Man, that's confusing, but I mean, I'm gonna say Ashley Eckstein being as a Nick, you said that
Yeah,
she's gonna
just
have a cameo. Like
cameo,
throw that in for
something.
me, and then I'd also like to say that we see the Loth Wolves.
Nice.
Okay. And I think that theory that I illustrated off that crazy thing that I read from Reddit. I do think that's true, because it lines up. But let's just say we're going to
Explain the theory again for people who didn't catch it
All right.
on socials.
The Loth Wolves, Shin and Hayden.
The two characters with the orange lightsabers.
Well, it's Balin, Skull, and Shin Hayden.
Right.
Are both in reference to a Norse myth of basically the sun and the moon that chased the two. They would chase each other, and that was essentially the sun and the moon. We've seen the personification, humanoid version, animal version, whatever that would be, of a force entity, a force being, almost being resurrected, reformed into something else. That's what Mirai is, right? So the idea that Ahsoka could be abusing the world between worlds, that the Loth Wolves came through because she was upsetting the balance of the Force. The Loth Wolves are Shin and Balin.
Nice.
Their lightsabers aren't totally red, they're orange. Filoni said that was very important, that nothing was ever done by accident. Not totally Sith, but certainly enough to be like, we have to counteract Ahsoka. Just saying.
I like this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Loth
are
Wolves
you-
appear. I'll just say that.
okay, so you don't want to go any further in as far as like confirming your actual theory.
I mean,
Loth Wolves appear.
I would say I'm cool with that. So we could either say we'll see Loth Wolves in their wolf form. I think that.
Okay.
But I would also say that Shin and Balin are the Loth Wolves.
Should I put that in here as a separate one?
You got
What do
plenty
you
of
guys think?
spaces.
That's true. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Okay. Shin and how do you spell Balin?
Baylon.
Are Loth Wolves.
Do you know that R.I.P. Ray Stevenson? He
Yep.
voiced Gar Saxon.
You knew that.
I'm asking if you knew that.
Oh yeah. It was actually very cool.
Just making sure you know.
Yeah. I'm just checking on you guys.
All right, I need to catch up here. I need to do 2. Nick, you and I both need to do 2 or 3. Okay, so I did Ashley voiceover. Got that. I will say this is pretty likely to me. Maybe this is too much. I don't know. Maybe it's too far to say it's likely, but I would say Yoda speaks to Ahsoka through the Force is not unlikely. How about that? Yoda speaks to Ahsoka through the Force. And going back to the world between worlds, I mean they're gonna have to be just like when Ezra saw the world between worlds, he saw multiple things. Like there was a specific thing or two that he addressed that were, plot points that were very important, but he saw multiple things basically to show the audience and make the audience understand what this thing is, right? So one of those things that I think is most likely is Ahsoka leaving the Jedi Order seen through the world between worlds.
Ooh.
So I'll put that. Ahsoka leaving the Jedi Order seen through world between worlds. There's probably typos in all of this stuff because
That's fine. That's fine.
I can't
You guys
see.
playing bands. You guys playing
Yeah.
bands. I'm a graphic designer. That's just part of it. Okay.
There we go. That catches me up. Nick, do 2.
I mean, you could just I just have world between worlds in general. I think it'll be used. I think it'll be seen. So you could throw that down there for me. Let's see, what's exciting on this list still? Oh, this is totally just something I always wish for. We're going to Batu. Let's go to Batu.
Yeah, I love
Sick.
it. Love it.
First mention of a location,
Yeah.
if you don't include the world between worlds. So, Batu is location, or
Damn,
Yeah,
I would
but
even
they
take
visit-
a,
they
a
visit Batu.
reference at this point. Jeez,
go.
Disney.
yeah, a little overdue. Mike, this will put you one ahead of us, but go ahead.
Okay. I think we're gonna see a Republic gunship.
Nice.
I think we're gonna see one. I think Filoni knows that would be a real treat for us to see
Yeah.
in modern ways. And then I would also say, I like that. Actually, double up. Go ahead and copy that from Nick's. I think we're going to Batu, and then that'll tie into my next one.
I maintain that the first appearance is going to be Skeleton Crew. Sticking to that.
Of Hondo and
Alright.
Naka.
So you're going to throw Hondo on also?
I think we're going to see Hondo and Naka in this show.
Damn, okay.
Put that for me too.
Hondo
Hello, my friends.
That's definitely on my list.
appears. Okay. Throw that on Nick as well. Okay, to me. What's fun to mention? I had Loth Wolves as well, so I'll just go ahead and put that down. I'll just copy that from Mike. Loth Wolves
If
appear.
you're copying and pasting, you could do that for me too, because that's on here.
Okay. And then, since it was my last one, I'll just do this again. Another thing that Ahsoka sees through the world between worlds: Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Seen through world between worlds. Okay. Nick, give us another one.
Kind of out there. I have two that are going to be intertwined because I don't think there's going to be any Monster of the Week or like Assignment of the Week episodes. That's one. So we could phrase that however we want to phrase that. Like what do we usually call them?
Monster of the Week?
Yeah.
Adventure of the Week?
Adventure of the Week. There you go.
No. Adventure of
Probably
the
no
Week.
Lizzo this time either.
Okay.
And that, oh man. Okay, there it is. Because I totally just blanked. Piggybacking off of that, and I don't think this is an Adventure of the Week, a Thrawn-centric only episode.
Okay.
I like that.
Thrawn only. Thrawn-centric.
It's a
Episode.
category.
That's really good. You know what? I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to say
Put it in mind too.
with
Put it in mind
flashbacks.
I like it.
to him as an Imperial.
Like a young officer, or even the comic
Granddad.
where he's shirtless, just ripping people up.
Right. True. Okay.
So, Mike, you want it just straight up? Just
Yeah, just put Thrawn centric episode. I'm with that. I
Okay.
think that's good. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Adam? Yeah, you got to add one.
I'm
Hurry
one
up.
behind you. Yeah.
Go ahead and add one. Let's give it a go. Give it a dangle.
I'm gonna say that Zeb appears. I think that's like a given. It would be very strange if he was not. But I will say, so this is kind of like a twofer. Zeb appears with Trapper Wolf and Carson Teva as part of that.
Yeah.
As part of like a squadron. So this is a threefer.
Okay. So this would be the Rancor squadron.
Is that what that is?
Carson Teva has a Rancor patch on his jacket.
And Carson Teva as part of Squadron.
Yeah, I like it. That's pretty good.
So how do we?
Was Zeb in a X-wing suit?
I believe so.
I think he was, right? He wasn't like a A-wing or anything. Yeah. Okay.
So how does this work though? If you just see Zeb, but he's not with Trapper Wolf, and you don't get to mark that off.
Oh, I
would
would
to
say
mark it off.
Okay. All right. So you don't want to just go with like I have just Zeb. Like Zeb is in it. Okay. That's
Swing
risky.
for the fences.
Swing for yeah, I like it. All right, Nick, what do you got?
I don't see how it's possible to not see Kanan and Hera's son, Jason Syndulla, at some point.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
So did you guys see the I think it was what's that account? Skynobi Star Wars, that Instagram account. They did the shot from the finale of Rebels, and then did a still from the cockpit of the Ghost looking out the front, and there's a very short person in the co-pilot seat.
Yeah. Yep, it is.
So.
That was Jason, but he's so young. He'd be like a teenager at this point. No.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, yeah, Jason Syndulla. What does it say? Jane Syndulla?
Oh yeah, autocorrect said no.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I think it's Jacen.
No, why?
Nope.
All
I
right,
think that's it.
there we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that on mine as well. I think that's a given.
Yeah.
It'd be really weird if she just left the kid with the babysitter the whole show.
Sure.
That could be a flashback too. That could be, who knows? You know, if he's that little. He's also he's like a species. He's like a mixed species. Who knows what rate he ages?
Oh, true.
True.
Half Twi'lek, half human.
Yeah. Mike. Yeah, you're one behind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say the classic, iconic Ezra Bridger painted Sabine Wren 1 of 1 biker scout helmet with the Phoenix Ezra's logo on it. That was kind of dark red. They had it at Galaxy's Edge. Actually, I think we're gonna see that as a little. I think Sabine has a bunch of things of Ezra's still, and I think we're gonna see that. Because that one to me is like, what's iconic? I think that's the one. It's been at Galaxy's Edge before, FYI.
Okay. Back to me. I'm thinking about planets now. And places, locations.
Earth
system. How about Mortis?
Welcome to Earth.
Ooh.
I don't know about Mortis.
Yes.
I think that would be like this. All the stuff we're putting on there, like someone who's never watched anything animated are gonna be like, "What the hell is this show, man? What is this?"
Here's the case for Mortis, though, and
I'm ready.
I have to admit, this is a borrowed theory. It's not a borrowed theory. I'm going to say someone else's theory. I disagree with it. I listened to the Star Wars Explained episode earlier. They did a Q&A. And they're theorizing, I think Alex was saying, he's thinking that because Ahsoka, neither of them think Ahsoka will die anytime soon.
Agreed.
And may never actually die in a legitimate
On-screen Star Wars death.
Luke Skywalker fade away kind of
Han
thing, maybe.
Solo. Okay.
Well, even cooler than that, because she was brought back to life by the daughter in the Mortis arc. She's imbued with the force, with the life force of the daughter. And that arc was so much about, you know, the father needing someone to take his place when he dies, and, you know, keeping someone there to basically do their job to keep the balance. And Ahsoka may become one with the Force in that sense, and may become this figure, this like headpiece, this like this watcher, this overseer of the Force and the universe.
All right, the case is interesting. I mean, it's a good. You're making the case. I like it.
So, even if it's just like a preview of things to come, and it all culminates in Filoni's film, I think it's not unlikely that Mortis. I just have Mortis here.
That works.
So, does it count if it's mentioned? Probably not.
But it's on mine, not on yours.
Oh, oops.
Should keep it, Mike.
I'm gonna say Mortis location.
Sure, I like it. No, I don't want to keep it, Nick. If I want to make my own.
No, I want to win, bro. That's what he said. Okay. Nick, go ahead.
I think this deserves its own tile, but it's piggybacking off of Jedi Academy. Who would be at the Jedi Academy potentially? Ben Solo.
Ben Solo appears at Jedi Academy. There we go. Okay. Mike?
I'm going to go ahead and say, let's see, man. This is a swing, but I think we're at that point. I'm going to go ahead and say we see Bendu.
Bendu appears.
What a guy. What a, I guess,
Because
a thing.
Bendu was important for Thrawn. Bendu was important for Ahsoka.
Hey, how about this? I don't think it's a swing, because check this out. Command V. That's on my list, too.
Kanan Jarrus! Okay.
So, Nick,
Yes.
I'm one ahead since I did that, so give us one, if you're ready.
Thrawn's TIE Defender. He's gonna use one. I don't know how many were made, but Thrawn's TIE Defender. His program that got shut down thanks to Krennic for the Death Star. Thrawn's TIE Defender. Maybe he's got one.
So, this was also mentioned on that episode of Star Wars Explained.
Damn it.
And actually, a listener
The merch is juicy.
asked if we were going to see that, and Alex made a good point. Was it Alex? It was one of them. They're married. They're a unit. Thrawn just doesn't strike. Isn't like giving Pilot. He doesn't like give that vibe so much. That doesn't mean he won't show up in his own ship, but he just seems like a dude that's like, take me there, peasant or subservient officer, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I agree. That would make a lot of sense.
Okay, so Nick, you're up.
No, Mike, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. Okay. We finally got probably the best look at Sabine's armor, thanks to the advanced graphics life-size cutouts. And we can see that she still has, untouched, unmodified, the Fen Rao gauntlets. The single gauntlet with the gold wings on it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we see what I would consider to be other Mandalorians in this show.
Other known Mandalorians?
I would say so. I would say other houses of Mandalorians. Let's put it that way, because
Okay.
I think we have House Kryze that Sabine is part of. We have, I mean, at this point, I mean, we have Ren, Kryze. What's the last house? Vizsla. That's Sabine's.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm rusty as hell.
Get it together.
Sorry, I'm on a Star Wars podcast. So I think there's certainly, like, we will see Mandalorians of Rebels past. I think that there was such an important thing for us to know the backstory of Sabine and her ties to the houses and all that stuff. I'm actually going to add a planet in there next.
Oh.
So let's go. Or just add it now. I think we're going to see Crow's Nest.
All right.
Let's do that. It's spelled with a K.
Sorry.
And I think it's actually just Crow Nest. Isn't that right, Nick? Back me up on that.
I don't know.
Scene. There we go. I'm going to copy you. Going to agree that we're going to see other Mandalorian houses.
Nice.
Nice. And I'm going to say we're also going to actually see Mother Talzin.
Oh, man. It's a swing. I just kind of figured they're like, are we going to put that out there? That's quite a design, quite a backstory. But how do you talk about the Night Sisters without Mother Talzin? So, like, oh, man,
It could even just be like in the green flame. We see her face or something.
True,
You know what I mean?
true. Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying she
back
walks
that.
on set, but
Right. Okay.
yeah, if we're playing with magics,
Yeah.
gotta see the Magic Mother.
Yep.
Let's see, Nick. You.
All this Mandalorian talk, I'll just use I think we're going to see the Mandalorian, Din Djarin.
Oh. Okay. Let me fix something in this. I can't not because OCD.
Okay. Nick, I like that. I like that a lot. God, I think my
Why
bottom
not?
row. I think my bottom row is just gonna be stealing from you guys. I think it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting less exciting, my list, but
That's nice though.
there's some more good ones.
What's the Discord saying, Nick?
Who's up? Me? I'm
just
still
went.
ahead one, so maybe Nick go again.
I'll go exciting. This could be. I'll put this all under a Clone Wars flashback umbrella, because I have Obi-Wan listed separately, which would only be a
Holy
Clone Wars
cow!
flashback.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So just Obi-Wan.
Well, I would just say Clone Wars flashback.
Should we? All right. Let's be real here. Matt Lanter already had a cameo in The Mandalorian. Would you add a separate square for James Arnold Taylor? Or would you say Ashley Eckstein or James Arnold Taylor?
Do whatever you want. This is
It's up to you.
America.
This is America. I want it now.
On mine, I would do them separately personally because
No, that makes
I just had
sense.
that thought.
Click on mine. Let me take a look. What I've done. What have I done here?
Look what you've done.
Add JAT to that. I think James Arnold Taylor in a cameo. I back it. I think Dave has worked with him for so long. I think he's been one of those, like, He's one of the iconic voices. Dang. How do we not? Okay, all right. Hang on. I'm spinning here. I am spinning. Do we see? Oh, man. Darth Maul cameo.
Oh,
Is Darth Maul important to the fall of Mandalore and everything that we know about Mando season 3, the rivers beneath, the life under the you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something of being like, sure, we know that the Empire just came through and glassed it, but like that fell because the Mandalorians were fractured due to Maul.
and he's also relevant to Ezra.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean, he
dismiss it.
dead, but so we'd have to.
Ugh.
It has to be flashbacky.
But then it's like, who
I
are they
like
going
it.
to get to? Who are they going to get to play him? And we're going to do this thing again, where
Yeah. Do
now
the thing
Sam
again.
now Sam does the voice, but we get a different,
Do the thing again. It's
I
fine.
don't know.
I mean, we're talking about there's going to be so much world between worlds in this. Like, I think it's just obvious. Like those,
You got your spider legs on him,
yeah, those scenes with
metal legs.
with one of the orange lightsaber people, like that really just looks like the world between worlds to me. There's all that equipment that looks, it's like Stargate style, like they're using
think it's a
technology to
map.
pull it open.
I actually think it's a map. I don't think it's activating the world between worlds. But
Okay. Maybe it's a map of the world between worlds.
showing where the portals are, the openings are.
Yeah. Oh, dude, speaking of talking about wolves chasing their tails, yin yang
Yep.
style almost, right?
Right.
That's the thing on the rocks too.
Correct.
When they first go through, so it's just all makes way too much sense. I think you're
Right.
just nailing it with that. I'm gonna do a really simple one and say cloning is mentioned.
Yeah. Sure.
Like it seems like they can't not mention cloning these days.
Yep. Ooh, is
Nick,
that
you're
is
one
that
more.
Thrawn? Is that Thrawn? Is that Thrawn?
I'm
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
This one seems fun, but I don't really see how it will work. But I'll say Agent Callus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't really see
Yeah.
like it. If it happens, it's unless there's just something I can't think of, which obviously is 1,000% possible. But like, just would seem a little shoehorned in.
I mean, not if we're talking about New Republic stuff, and he has since become
That's
a part
how
of
it
it.
would
and
have to be. Yeah.
he could be a commanding officer. Like, I feel like we're going to see those pilots and stuff kind of regardless, and I think
Yeah.
he could be involved there maybe.
Okay, so we've got to, and then it's Wyatt Russell.
Oh yes, please.
Everybody fan casting. That's great.
Okay, but his voice is just not cool enough.
Mike, go ahead. Unless
So I have Darth Maul in there, which I think is you know what? I'm gonna go with let's go with an easy one. Let's go with the Syndulla Calicori as a prop. We're gonna see it somewhere in there. It's somewhere. It's on the Ghost. It's somewhere. I just think that's an easy layup for the prop house to go. There you go. Do the Leonardo. Point at the screen. Whoop whoop.
one L or two. Kalikor.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
Shown or seen. Syndulla Calicori seen.
Yep.
Good.
That's a
Here's another one, because they can't not. While I'm on this, they can't not thing.
Okay.
Order 66 flashback.
Yeah, come on. That's
It's almost a given at this point. New show? Wow. Let's bring the trauma back. Come on.
I wonder
hit 'em
if
with it again.
anyone's anyone ever heard of this?
All right, who's next? Nick, you're behind.
I don't know if this is too vague, so you can yell at me if you want, but I'm just saying we'll see a Force Ghost.
I mean, I don't think it's too vague for this format at all.
Okay.
Mm. Oh,
You
man.
gotta give yourself some gimmies. You know what I mean? How else do you win the thing? Okay, this is kind of silly. Because there's already one big bad. This could be a mention. So I'll say mentioned. Snoke is mentioned.
Snoke. I made Snoke.
Love it.
I mean, I can't think of exactly like how and why that would make sense.
Maybe
We
the
could
first
sit around and-
maybe the first prototype rolls off the line.
Yeah. Or we...
It would be cool if the Chiss somehow were like, here's one thing you didn't do yet. Boom.
So are you
Yeah.
gonna try? I mean, would you say that, Nick? Would you say that like we get a reference to the Chiss,
Like the rest of the species.
right? Like
In
the
the
rest
home
of the
planet?
ascendancy. Like
We're
do you
going to
think
get a
that's in?
hot Chiss. Just a real hot.
Chiss babes.
It's Margot Robbie as as a blue Chiss.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So is someone officially saying Chiss here?
No, I was just theorizing.
Okay.
Okay, so Adam's up. Okay, Snoke is mentioned. So Nick gets
Either
to
of you
go.
guys.
Final five here. Oh man.
Yeah, winding down. 5 left each.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You could toss Mortis on mine. I'm going to have to start stealing some from you guys. Because the rest
Really?
of my list is a little...
Mortis. Interesting.
How did you have it written down? Just Mortis as a location? Okay.
I think so, yeah. Mortis location, yeah. And I'll tighten these all up, and we'll get specific before we go posting this, you know?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we see. God, I love this stuff. I can't get enough of it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Rex still somehow has the Y-wing. So I'm gonna say we see a Y-wing in this show.
Any generic Y-Wing?
I'm gonna say Y-wing makes an appearance.
Okay.
You remember that was an important part of them stealing them in Rebels. You know, I'm like, there's a lot of love for that. You know, there's a reason that Rex had one as the ship that helped them escape after Ahsoka buried all the clones. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They like the Y-wings over in that camp, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna see a Y-wing finally.
There we go. That's on the board. This is a more specific version of Nick's, and I'm going to say that Ezra has embraced the dark side.
Oh no.
So this isn't just... This could be the kind of thing where the plot of this isn't just about finding Ezra, but he's maybe found a little earlier. It could be 2 episodes in, and this is more about dealing with the dark side thing, and there's just more complexity to the story. Because to me, that's, you know, you're thinking about like where they're going to really find the conflict. Yes, there's the thing, there's kind of like the, you know, Sabine's kind of angst that she always has. There's, you know, there's a little bit of conflict between her and Ahsoka and the training and whatever, but that's not like a big like central conflict that would motivate the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, the world between worlds, it could be the kind of thing where maybe Ahsoka, she's thinking, do I go back and stop him from even doing this in the first place? You know, and because he's not turned, but like he's maybe embraced it in a way that, I don't know, changes the equation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ezra has embraced the dark side. That's on mine. Okay. Nick.
Someone just mentioned it, so I'll mention it. But Barris Hoffy,
Oh,
Yeah, damn it. God,
take it.
that's good. That's real
Take
good.
it. This ain't the
2
draft.
R's, 2
Take
S's,
it. I don't know.
Yeah.
or is it one
Full
S?
name Barista Coffee.
All right, Mike.
I like Barris. I'm gonna steal Barris too. I think that's good. I like Barris Offee just somehow plays a part in it. Three more. Oh boy.
Want to do another one?
Adam, no. Let me think about it for a little bit. You're up.
Okay, I will say Sheely as a location. Home planet of Togrutas.
Interesting.
Togruta, right? There's not an S in the plural, right? Togruta is plural as well.
That's how I'd do it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Dang. So man, that's making me think. That's making me think that we see Ryloth instead.
Nick or Mike can go. Actually, Nick, you're one behind. No, no, I just put it in a different spot.
Nick, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I go.
Yep.
The Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
Could just be stolen at this point, right?
Yeah.
So that's a Kanja Club.
We're gonna see the Little Freaks. Kanja Club. No, that's not one. Just the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, Millennium Falcon scene. No,
Mike.
I like it. I'm kind of feeling like Ryloth is.
I like
Oh
it.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna. Man. No. Oh man. Yeah. Dang it. There's something.
Commit.
Oh man. Yeah, fine. Put it on there. Let's go. Let's say we're going to Ryloth.
Yes. Ryloth
Location.
location. All right. This is a layup. I've been not saying it because it's just, I don't know. It's a layup. Morai.
Yeah. I mean, Mirai was in Mando season 2.
But very quickly
yeah,
and
very
kind of-
obscure. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yep. Okay.
I feel like you know what? I'll make this more fun. Whoops. More prominent than in Mando. I'll say
Sure. Okay.
Morai.
More featured. Yeah.
Morai-centric episode.
Yep.
that. All right.
Wait, that's
Nope.
on. You put that in mine. There you go. So copy that. Look at the rest of these.
So Nick.
I have two. I'm just going to do both because I'm going to steal Zeb because I didn't mention Zeb yet. That's definitely on my list. And then, why not throw the cash cow in there? Little baby Grogu.
Grogu, you made it into the show.
Then Hasbro could
Yeah.
put little
Milk.
Grogu in a box and write Ahsoka on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom.
Smart marketing.
So
Okay,
Nick's
so
done.
let's
Mike, you
go.
have two.
All right, so I'm going to say that someone outside of our normal sphere, right? Friend of the pod, Paul. Friend of Armor Party, Chris Bartlett. Leave those guys. They're already doing stuff. I feel confident about that. But I'm going to say that one of us in the Fanosphere played a part in this show. Got to do something.
So someone we know who's a fan.
Yeah. I would say on this side of things, I would say.
So this is just
So that's
this is
like
a behind
that could Yeah, like the 501st being involved, or like someone that like
I know
Michael.
that's true already.
Yeah, 501st.
I know that's true already too. That's why I'm putting it on there. All right, leave it off because that's a bonus.
It's called
a
cheating,
layup.
though.
Yeah,
There's a
add
difference
it
between
on there.
layups and cheating, Mike.
That's true. All right, that is cheating. Okay, so let's go. I actually think we're gonna see R2D2.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. I think we're gonna see R2D2.
And he's gonna kiss Chopper.
Yeah, they're gonna kiss. They're gonna touch spark plugs. Last one, man. What is like something that we know is gonna happen in Ahsoka? She's worried that the Empire is coming back. Thrawn is in wild space. He's trying to come back to the core worlds. And if he does, that's going to be bad for everybody because that he is the heir to the Empire. So, already saw Purgil in the trailer. Don't have to worry about them. Man, I am... Let me see yours, Adam. I'm the last one to go, so I have to make sure. Oh, you have one more. You're open.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it. I think I might have it.
Let's see. Oh, man. Captain Rex appears. Dude, I'm going to go ahead and say... I'm going to say... That TIE fighter got blown up, didn't it?
Which one?
When Sabine repainted that TIE fighter.
Ooh.
Did that get destroyed?
I don't remember.
I'm going to say Sabine's TIE fighter. Which is technically Ezra and Sabine's. They stole it together, right?
Yep.
No. It was Zevin. I thought it was Zevin.
Well, she painted it, and then they all used it for the mission. Like the whole crew was split in half, right?
Right.
For that episode.
Yeah, that was so rad though, with the Phoenix emblem on it. Oh, that thing was rad. I like this. I mean, we already saw the E-wing in the trailer. I'm trying to think of other stuff that like Filoni would want to deep cut. You know what I mean? I think that's where I'm like kind of hung up. I'm like, what? Are we gonna? We already saw the ship very similar to the Outrider. Like, you know what I mean? Like all this stuff. I'm like, what kind of stuff is Filoni gonna like? Dive into, right? Like Asajj Ventress, Quinlan Voss. Like, are we like what? I'm happy with this. Lock it in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. There it is. My last one. This is a layup too, but maybe it's specific enough that I won't get it. I will say full Shadow Council meets in person with Thrawn. Everyone who was a hologram at the end of Mando, all there in person with Thrawn. And tell me whether or not I would have a little wiggle room here, whether or not that includes Gideon, depending on the specific time that this takes place.
Sure, I don't mind you including that, but I'm
like that.
loving this idea from in the Discord, the Pajamarai. They're saying big swing here. I would say they'd wait to do this in the next season of Mando, but they reunited Din and Grogu in Boba Fett, so clearly everything's on the table. I love this idea. You ready? I predict they will reveal that Moff Gideon is still alive in Ahsoka, and he's been in contact with Thrawn, all leading up to the big movie. So that's kind of Shadow Council-y.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
I love the idea that Prime Gideon is alive, and we saw a clone die. I love that idea.
Yeah. So here, This, we'll say before we wrap up this final round here, we'll each get one opportunity to swap out something we have with something new.
All of us. Everyone gets that halfway through the season?
No, I would say like right now, just for
all
the cards
okay.
are full.
Okay.
If anything else is compelling and you feel like you want to swap it out, you could do that now. Because that is a really good idea, and that sounds really fun to me.
I mean, I really do like your just Shadow Council in general, because
I
it
agree.
was they mentioned Thrawn, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What about the First Order mention?
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, remember I said this like 2 years ago? I was like, what if Thrawn was one of the ones that started the First Order? And Ryan was like,
Oh,
that'd be
that's
crazy.
good. That's good.
So I'm gonna go Shadow Console meet. I'm gonna take that too, and I'm gonna take a swing here. I'm actually gonna say Ashley Eckstein.
Out.
I'm gonna take that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that out just because I think that it might be confused. Man. Yeah, because I think it would be more man. Now I'm good with that. Yep, I'm good with that. I'm gonna
Swapping Shadow Council for Ashley.
I'm gonna take Ashley out because I just think like she's done so much for the role already as an outward appearance that James Arnold Taylor is so much more like behind the scenes. Yeah.
I don't know what to take out is the issue. I like my crazy ones, because the crazy ones, if you hit one, you might have like a one-up on other people, you know?
Yeah. I'm thinking about, Nick, based on what you said, editing my Shadow Council one here to be...
Wait, meets in person? Oh, I thought it was just connect. Okay, so I'm gonna say full Shadow Console connects with Thrawn. I'm gonna say
Okay, doesn't need to be in person.
no. Get rid of that because he's the point of him is that he's supposed to be coming back to the core worlds. I think that's what we're hinting at, right?
Yeah, okay. Full Shadow Council meets with Throne. I'm going to say instead, because we are going to get the Shadow Council, period.
Right.
Or some... Right, 'cause, I mean, that's... They dropped that breadcrumb in Mando for a reason, right? Meeting.
The
Here we
Mandor
go, check it out.
episode.
Huh?
The Mandor episode?
Yeah. I'm going to say First Order name coined at Shadow Council meeting.
Okay.
Like
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
That probably made it less winnable by going there with it, but that's what I'm feeling.
Okay. Let's see.
Nick, have
right.
you made
Dano's
an
in
edit
the
yet?
chat. Dano's in the chat. I want to know.
Made an edit.
Dano, as a family of the pod, I would love to know whose side you're currently taking in regards to who you think would has
Which
the most
card?
He might
prominent
not be up to
bingo
date on the
card.
cards if he just got here.
Nick, are you making an edit or no?
I mean, the only way I could make an edit is to somehow combine or lose. I have two Captain Rex ones, right? Rex appears and Rex references Battle of Endor.
Yeah.
I feel
Yep.
like that's the only thing that I would have to either get rid of. I guess just this is some Thrawn-esque, like I need to think, because if I take Captain Rex appears off, that seems like slightly a layup.
Right.
And if you guys have it and I lose it, then I'm just down one. Captain Rex references a Battle of Endor. If I take that off, that's a stretch. And if it does happen, all I get is like bragging rights. And then you guys could also point and laugh at me that I took it off.
Right.
But I think Rex referencing Battle of Endor is super fun, but I think it has to come off. And I
Okay.
just got to put. I'm just going to go with Shadow Council, though.
Yeah.
A real vague. We're going to see the Shadow Council. Because they were right there. I mean, that was the Thrawn mention in season 3.
Yep. All right. Looking pretty good. I would read all of these, but I can't see them from this distance. Small laptop, bad eyes. Sorry. So we will post these. We'll do that. We'll post each of these cards, and feel free to, throw your ideas in the comments. We won't make changes. We're sticking to these.
Go through our cards real quick. Go through our cards. Just so we can look at them.
So Mike, or one of you guys, if you can read these well,
I can't.
just do some
Laptop,
notable mentions on each card. Here's mine first.
Okay, so Adam's card, the big takeaways that I think are Luke Skywalker appears. I mean, I feel like that's a central part because Ahsoka's show is about showing the other side of the Jedi, and that both can still exist, but without going in different and possibly going in different directions. But I think that's really strong.
Or conflict. Or that could be a source of conflict.
Or conflict. Adam's big swing was that we would see Mortis as a location, which is interesting. Mortis is a Force realm, so time moves different there. There's certainly different things about that place. It's like Dagobah in that way. So Mortis is a swing for sure. Mother Talzin appears. Night Sister magic. She was kind of the main Night Sister, the leader of the Night Sisters, the head of the magics. So I think that's a swing for sure. And then probably the last, Ezra embracing the dark side, I think actually is a big swing. I think that's expected, but I like that. And I think a lot of people are also thinking that Sabine has to have that pendulum has to swing both ways. And the last one you've got, First Order name is coined at the Shadow Council meeting is enough of a tie-in. So I think, Adam, you've got some strong ones on here that are very likely. Let's see what happens. So bring up Nick's.
Here's Nick.
Nick, what do you think are your most notable when you're looking at this?
I like my crazy ones. I'm trying to read. Just Ashley Eckstein as a cameo.
Okay.
I was so proud of my high self in bed thinking about that.
Dude, it's gonna be so sweet.
Batu's wishful thinking.
Yeah, but I like it.
A Thrawn only episode, Thrawn centric. Could be a good. Imagine if it was the length of. I'm hearing that they're all longer in length to begin with. Who knows if that's true? But if you get like a 50-minute,
I don't think so.
Here's who Thrawn is.
The first 3 or 40-ish minutes in on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's still. We were getting 20-something minute episodes of Mando at some point, which is.
Right.
I feel like the Thrawn, I'm going to agree with you and say that we're not going to get an Adventure of the Week, but the closest thing we might get is a Thrawn-centric.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense.
Episode.
I mean, I feel like it would also come after he's introduced in the show. Like,
right.
Like, here, by the way, Mom, here's who Thrawn is.
Right.
Which one was I most excited about, though? Jedi Academy? It's kind of fun.
I almost threw that in there, too.
Yeah, that's kind of fun because you just get Luke and Ben, probably, and who else? Who knows?
Do you have that, or Mike, the Ben Solo?
I had Ben Solo, which is an exciting one.
Yeah, so you're all in on the idea of the Jedi Academy for sure, it seems like.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of do, when you said that, I was like, damn, I should do that. But for me, it's one or the other, Luke or the Academy, as like, as a square on this. Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka is talking to Luke at the Academy. Right at the end of the scene, Millennium Falcon shows up, drops off Ben Solo. I'm just bingo.
Dude, didn't we talk about that? Maybe
I don't know.
Months ago. I think we may have mentioned that possibility on the podcast.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, bring my card up. Let's do this.
All right, wrapping it up, Mike.
Wrapping it up. All right. So first of all, Captain Rex is a gimme. I think we know that that's happening. Temuera is available. He's ready to do it. He knows that it would be really cool to see him in different armor. We've seen Old Man Rex before. We've seen him rocking the beard. Blah blah blah. So like Rex for me, that's a layup in my opinion. That Shin and Balin are the Loth Wolves is a wacky theory, but I'm sticking to it. I think that's pretty interesting. I think Mandalorians from the other houses, I think is cool.
Yeah.
I think we've made a lot of props from Mando season 3. I think a lot of those will be transferred over. I think it's important for Sabine's development, as we were all suspecting that she was going to be in Mando season 3, but obviously with Bo-Katan being more involved, I'm surprised that no one put Bo-Katan in this.
I thought about it, but
I'm
completely
thinking
forgot.
about it a lot, but we're locked in. So, I mean, Barrett Toffee for me, that's a pretty big thing. I think most people, for them to go back in some kind of backstory to understand that she was betrayed, I think is really important, because people are going to go, well, why isn't she just a Jedi? Well, we got to explain that unless you want to watch the show. So I think that's good. The Darth Maul cameo is a swing. I think to keep any hope of a Solo, we are hearing grumblings now of Donald Glover and his brother writing the Lando show. So that gives me hope that maybe we're going to bring Maul back in as a character. But again, we've speculated before, and some of our speculations have been cooler than I think what we actually got sometimes. So I'm trying to also temper my own. But I think Bendu is a crazy concever for someone that has never watched
Did I put
animation.
Bendu on there?
You did. You stole that.
Okay. Yeah.
I did
You
not.
have that,
So
yeah.
that one you could both have over me.
You got Bendu appears in the bottom fourth. So I don't know. I think we've all got a good mix of
And you've got the
crazy-
obligatory Hondo appearance as well.
No, of course, my friend. I would also say, I mean, I think we've got I think everyone's got a good balance. I think we've got ones that we know are going to happen. I think we have ones that are crazy and would be amazing if they happen. We got to swing for the fences. So I'm very curious of who's going to win first. If any of us win, we could all lose. We could all be losers.
She's
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a
Ahsoka's gonna go use the world between worlds, and erase the sequel trilogy.
There's gonna be lightsabers in it. There's gonna be Ahsoka ship in it. There's gonna be
They're going to use the world between worlds to prevent the writer's strike.
That's great.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, I think we have some fun stuff, but I haven't seen a bingo card on anyone else's stuff win yet, because there's just, you want to have fun, so you don't put all the gimmies on there.
Yeah.
And-
Right. Okay.
Yeah, someone's gonna win like 5-2.
Right.
So let's export these and put them up on Thank the Maker's Instagram, and just keep checking back every week and going boom, boom, boom.
We will do that as we cover. We will we'll check them off on the show, and then we'll put the updated cards in addition to whatever image we do for that episode. And
We could probably highlight a story if we want to like keep track of them.
yeah,
I dig it.
yeah, let's do that.
I like it a lot. All right, boys. This was an episode. Thanks
This
for
was a
staying up
hoot.
with us. Oh my gosh, only our listeners are still here hanging out, talking. I love this. This is great.
Great stuff.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, we should
All
also
right.
say, very last thing we should say before we go.
Sure.
We made it official. You may have seen it in the bio. No one has actually mentioned it in the Discord even. Discord, go look in the bio of our Instagram right now. Just I'll say it very last before we go. Discord patrons, thank you for being here. Of course, we love you. If you're not a patron, you can be a patron at patreon.com/thankthemakerpod. If you listen into the outro music, you'll hear everything that you get by becoming a patron. It's good stuff. It helps keep this show running. It pays the bills.
Helps
Pays enough of the
fixes
bills.
Adam's foot.
Yes, hopefully that will be part.
He needs new toes.
Workman's comp, actually, believe it or not, bands
Wow.
have workman's comp, so that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Next week, we're gonna have the 2-episode premiere. It's gonna be wild. I'm so glad I'm gonna be home. We'll be watching the penultimate episode not on Starcruiser. I don't think I can do that. We will be on it when that drops.
Oh boy.
So probably watch it right after. It's
Wow.
yeah, it's gonna be weird. So we'll probably be late that week. We'll probably have to do it the next day, right?
Oh, boy.
26th. Is it? Is that the? Is
We're
26th
on
Wednesday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on
But
Tuesday.
Thursday
and
is
Wednesday,
like
yeah.
we get kicked off at like 9
Thursday
a.m.
is
right?
booted, so then we'll go watch it together and then live stream it
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
Thursday.
that's a great
Let's
idea.
do that.
We'll do that.
Spoiler free.
Anyone in Discord? You figure it out yet?
MC Rocco got it.
There we go. Mike Forster, aka Hondo Supply, official co-host of Thank the Maker.
Wow. You know what this really came down to is the fact that now we finally have put all of the Infinity Stones together. We now have a drummer, a guitar player, and a singer, and 2 bass players to complete our band. And we actually will be practicing in Nick's new garage, probably starting next Tuesday. So you guys can live stream that.
If there's one
Yeah,
thing
it's
that you see on every single survey about what do more bands need, it's a second bass player. People say it all the time.
I see
We're
that.
like, we can't hear the
every
one,
time.
so maybe get another one.
Right,
Like the
right.
one. What does a bass player do? Well, you'll know when there's 2.
Yep.
Right. So one of you can go direct, and one of you can actually.
What
do
does a
your
bass
sax.
player do
Right.
besides injure their legs? I have an injured leg too. I'm not trying to take the spotlight away from Adam. I have a displaced fibular head, which happened on stage also. So
Right.
hey,
Well,
And
good
then
thing you weren't
Bond,
playing one of my
who-
basses. The whole thing would have broken off, the whole leg.
Bon, who was filling in for you, ruptured his Achilles tendon.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So-
So, being a bass player is normally it was like your classic, like it was
Treacherous.
like the tallest, skinniest dude. Adam fits the bill, and the guy would just
Mm-hmm.
kind of sit there and just thump.
Not
Right.
anymore.
Didn't do anything, but now people are jumping all over the place, very active, and it's getting more dangerous. And frankly, I think that's why I actually was brought on the podcast.
Yep.
Just in case.
Contingency. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it has been
It's probably nothing to do with being old, but
No. It's the yellow
not
card
that.
curse, is what it is. It's contagious.
That is true. That is
Yep.
true. It is. It is a
Yeah.
real thing. But no, I think, dudes, I love you. This has been probably one of the coolest
love you, bud.
experiences for us as adults. I talk about it with people, and people are like, so you have a Star Wars podcast? I'm like, yeah, but it got wildly out of control, all of this. So
Yeah.
it's been very, I think being a part of the network was a huge thing, but then eventually like all the stuff that we turned into and started making, it truly is one of the funnest things I do in my adult life. And I'm grateful for being a part of for what our fans have like been a part of. This community that we built has been amazing. And so it makes sense. I'm stoked on it. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me. Let's do a show.
Let's do it. We love having you, and we are so happy to make official what has been assumed all this time.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. If you're just listening and you're not watching on YouTube, please go hit subscribe on YouTube. Even if you're not going to watch it constantly, just do it because it helps us out. We need it. Hit the subscribe button. Smash it, kick it, punch
Smash
it, force
it, punch
choke
it, break your foot on it.
Punch it chewy. All right. Until next week, when we recap, hopefully, no, I won't say hopefully. We'll cry, and that's just fine, and that's just how it goes.
Naturally.
The Ahsoka premiere. I'm so pumped.
All of our bingo cards will be full in 2 episodes.
Surprise.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks once again, and until next week, may the Force be with you.